All right, welcome back, boys and girls. We're going to check our last day of DMR before we have a DMR quiz to practice all of these skills, addition, subtraction, and then finding what number is being shown in base 10 blocks. So we're going to check our last DMR today, and then on Monday you are going to have a quiz. Make sure you have out your colored writing utensil to check as I'm doing these problems, so that way you can make sure you're getting them right. All right, let's start with number one. Number one, we have an addition problem, so we're adding 3 to 4. So we're going to start by drawing a picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to add 3 more. 1, 2, 3. If you drew a picture to practice that strategy, give yourself a check. And then we're going to count up our our blocks, our dots, to see what our answer is. So with here we have 4, 5, 6, 7. If you got 7 for your answer, go ahead and give yourself a check on that one. All right, so remember Monday on your quiz, make sure when you're adding, you're putting the numbers together. Your numbers should be smaller than your answer. Okay, let's go on to number 2. Number 2, we are subtracting. That means that we're taking away. So our answer should be smaller than our first number. All right, so we want to make sure that we start with the number 10. We're going to draw our 10 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're taking 6 away. So that means I'm going to cross 6 off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you drew a picture and you practiced that strategy, give yourself a check. Then we're going to see how many we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 should be your answer. If you got 4 for your answer, give yourself a check. And then notice 4 is smaller than 10. You want to make sure that your answer when you're subtracting is smaller than the number you started with. When you're adding, your answer should be bigger than the numbers that you started with. All right, let's move on to number 3. Number 3 says what number is shown. So we're going to make sure that we have our place value chart. If you have your place value chart and you're using it during this problem, go ahead and give yourself a check for your place value chart. And we have a thousandths block, so we want to make sure that we have a thousandths place in our place value chart. All right, let's go ahead and fill this in. We have 1 thousandths block, so you should have a 1 in the thousandths place. If you have a 1 in the thousandths place, give yourself a check. Let's look. Do we have any hundreds? Nope, no hundreds, so that gives us a 0 in the hundreds place. If you got a 0 in the hundreds place, give yourself a check. Right, and let's count up our tens. 1, 2, 3. We have a 3 in the tens place. If you got a 3 in the tens place, give yourself a check. And let's count up our ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got a 5 in the ones place. If you got a 5 in the ones place, give yourself a check. So today on our DMR, you could have gotten 9 checks. If you got all 9 checks and you got all of the answers correct and you practiced all those strategies, you are going to be ready for our quiz on Monday. If you did not get all 9 checks, I want you to think, what can you do on Monday to make sure that you get all 9 check marks? Can you draw your place value chart? Can you draw a picture to solve your problems? What can you do to make sure you get all 9 checks? So think about that, and then on Monday, we're having our daily math review quiz. So make sure you're prepared for that, and if you need to rewatch or rework some of these DMRs from the past few days, then you can do that to make sure you're prepared. Right, boys and girls, I will not see you on Monday, but you will be taking a quiz and showing what you know. So I hope you have a great weekend.